Dayna.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is The Blep. Cute theme music. Okay, now I think you start.
So today on The Blep.
Today, we're back.
Well, welcome back to the wild and new The Blep Show. We really missed recording a podcast in the last few months / years. We're sorry that we disappeared with little to no notice to our listeners. We're very sorry.
We miss you, and we promise we will never abandon you again without substantial notice.
Yes, you'll get the standard 2 weeks notice that everybody gets.
Yeah.
So in this edition of The Blep, you're going to notice a few changes. We have a new format coming.
Ooh.
We are also now videoized. So you can
see us.
You can see us as we record.
Apologies in advance.
We are not constrained to a specific time length. We're going to talk until we feel like we don't have anything else to say.
You could be here for days.
Not days, I promise. We have a maximum of 15 hours a month. That's all we've paid for. You're fine. Don't worry about it. We are going to be posting only once a month, probably on the first day of the month. We haven't really sorted that out. We still need to learn our editing software. We don't have a producer. It's just Dayna and I. So what you get is what you get.
And it could be terrible. It could be great. Most promisingly, it will probably be hilarious.
I mean, I like to think I'm funny.
I know my video editing skills so far are hilarious.
So we invite you to stick around, check it out. And if you have questions, comments, concerns, email them to us.
Yeah.
You can find us on Instagram still. We're on TikTok these days.
Mm-hmm. Find your bloopers on the TikTok.
And don't be afraid to reach out. Whoa, our Facebook page is also still up and running.
Yep.
So like and follow, post there if you wish. And we're excited to get to know all of you all over again.
Yeah, we did drop the Twitters. Because it's not the Twitters anymore.
Did we have Twitter?
We did. I looked that up on our previous Instagram.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We dropped a social media platform because neither one of us really cares for the X.
And honestly, just sounds like a bad boyfriend. Who wants it? Nobody.
Not me.
No thanks.
Unsubscribe.
Literally. No thank you.
So you're also probably kind of curious about what the two of us have gotten up to in the time where we've been gone. We last recorded The Blep in the pandemic. Life was very different.
Yeah.
I currently am now living on Prince Edward Island. I moved home accidentally during the pandemic, the fall of the pandemic. I came home to visit and I decided to stay. And that's just how that goes. I'm working full-time still, but not with animals, unfortunately. I work with potatoes now.
Just as good.
More delicious. Less sass.
Is it?
Yeah, potatoes don't give you any sass. The potato farmers, however.
Yes.
That's where you need to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
But I am living on my family farm. So you might hear some stories about the cows and the goats that live on my farm. I still have my two dogs, Nigel and Remy. So also, if you hear weird things during our podcast, please don't freak out. As always, Dayna and I still have lots of pets around us. So you might hear some butt licking.
Maybe.
Some barking.
Probably.
You might hear a husband in the background of Dayna's recordings, not mine.
We'll try to mute him out.
I'm still single. So if you know anybody, let me know.
Shout out to that awesome Scottish guy on TikTok. This one's for you.
Oh, hey. Yeah, so that's my life update. Dayna, what have you been up to?
A lot since we last spoke. It's been a ride. So since our last episode, I moved to the store. So when we were kind of finishing up in the last few episodes, I had just purchased Cocomets. Still have it.
I forgot you bought a store in the pandemic.
I did, because I'm a crazy person. Pandemic felt like a really great time to get into retail.
Oh yeah, we had that episode about grooming and is it essential?
Yep. And lockdown lobbying and all the things that we had to do within the first 3 months of having the business. So in that time, I also gave notice to our landlord and 11 months later opened up in another location. Because I'm a crazy person and that just felt like a good idea.
Yeah, why not? Change of scenery.
Right?
Change of scenery.
It's fine. Honestly, it was the right decision. The new space is so much bigger and it's brighter and it's, everybody's happier. We have 2 store cats. We adopted them. Shrimp and squid. We love them. They are nightmares, but we love them anyways.
They're not nightmares. They're just slightly naughty cats and they have a criminal record.
They do. Okay, I went through almost $10,000 in product last year that they opened. So... that
many animal rescue organizations benefited from.
They did.
They're
Turns
like
out
Robin Hood.
They are just Robin Hood and Little John, and I can tell you exactly who's who.
Thank you, Shrib and Squid.
Yeah, if I ever record from the store, I guarantee they will make a cameo appearance. So they just turned 2 in April, so 2.5 now. Hopefully mellowing, chilling out a little bit. They might. A girl can dream. I also, while taking Dom, who some of you may remember was a regular guest on the podcast previously for her birthday to Mexico, she got me drunk and convinced me that we should take an exam to get a certain dog training credential. So
that sounds dreadful.
Yeah, it turns out I'm real petty when I've been drinking. So we did it. So Dom and I both now hold.
It's like that TikTok, girl, I'm not gonna do it. Girl, I did it.
She was, because there was another dog trainer who was like, I'm the only one with this credential. And we were like, we could have that credential. And then the margaritas kicked in and now we have it. So.
Yay, education.
So this one isn't a course. It's just an exam to get a credential to sort of prove that you know what you know. So I did that. So I'm now a certified or accredited dog trainer through the International Association of Animal Behavior Consultants. So is Dom. She's back on the show. You'll hear her talk about that, I'm sure. And then I lost my mind a little bit further. This one might be the truest of the deep ends. I don't even know what I was thinking. That's not true. I know what I was thinking. I was so angry with the people coming in telling me what their breeder said that they should be feeding their dogs. So I took my a very long course, a 250 to 300 hour study course to become a certified canine nutrition consultant. So I did that.
Yay, education!
Yay, education! So I graduated from that to actually just this past May.
Congratulations. Well done, graduate.
Crazy, and I'm going back and doing 2 more years. Yeah, I'm going to do feline nutrition and then advanced canine.
Yay, education.
For someone who hates math, it was a really bad choice because I hate math and nutrition is like 90% math.
That's what spreadsheets are for.
Yes. I believe Dom promised to make me a spreadsheet if I gave her the credentials. Not the credentials. What are those things called? The math things.
Formulas?
Is that what they're called? The numbers that make the things. I don't think it's... Is it formulas? It might be formulas.
We're going to put a pin in that and we'll come back.
Yeah, I don't know anything about math. I hate it. I've always hated math. Math has never been my subject. So anyway, she still has not made it for me. So shout out to Dom. You'll made it spreadsheet.
Dom, I'll email you a reminder.
Yeah. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell, I think. I don't think I missed anything.
So...
Oh, I got another dog. I did. That's probably the most important part. I got 2. Oh my God, I got 2. There have been 2 dogs since our last episode.
Did you have Ruth while we were recording?
I picked Ruth up. Yeah.
So you added Elton?
I got Elton. So Elton is my lemon. He's so broken, but he's real cute. You'll definitely see him.
He's super cute.
Yeah, you'll see him a lot because he's usually right here. But because I, too, surprise, am on PEI right now, he is at home.
Yay, PEI!
He is at home with his Auntie Dom, and I am here harassing her to send me pictures every 20 minutes.
With me.
Yes. And then Gilly. Gilly's my new rescue. I just picked him up this past February. I drove my butt down to Nashville to go get him.
Hi, Amy, from a previous episode.
Yeah, if you guys remember an episode like way back, one of our first episodes was Fantastic Felines. Amy, since that episode, has opened up a rescue, like a physical shelter rescue in Tennessee called True Rescue. Check them out. They're doing awesome, awesome work.
Yay, True Rescue!
Yay, True Rescue! And Amy, I had said to her many years ago, if you ever get a French Bulldog in, I would love one. I've always loved the breed. I love their temperaments. I love everything about them. And she called me. I was on a tarmac in Arizona on my way home from a conference. And all I get is this little picture of two little brindle French Bulldogs. And I was like, immediately, yes. I don't actually need any more details. Just like, yes. So,
subscribe.
A few weeks later, I drove down with my mom to just outside Nashville, Tennessee, and picked myself up a French Bulldog. I knew nothing about him. Just from a picture, knew I wanted him, and so I now have many dogs.
We don't advocate spontaneously getting a pet of any kind.
Yeah, don't do it.
Dayna is a very special case, so always make sure you're doing a lot of research.
Yeah. Talk to your own pet professionals before you do it.
Make sure that you have everything in place before you pick up your new pet.
Yeah, because let me tell you, I pay for Gilly's insurance. His name is Gilbert, my Frenchie. And he gets Mr. Grape's Gilbert
Blythe from Anna Green Gables.
Gilbert Grape.
Shout out to PEI.
And he's with Trupanion, so are all my other dogs, and they have been very good to us, and I'm happy with that. But French Bulldog insurance is expensive, so if you're planning on getting a Bulldog, be prepared for this. Gilly has $1,000 deductible, and I still pay like $160 a month, and he's only 2. So didn't think about that before I picked Gilly up. Wish I had. But yeah, otherwise I got real lucky, and you don't always want to bank on luck.
Remember, responsible. Mm-hmm. Be responsible. Don't be Dayna.
Well, I'll also say Amy knew the personalities in my house.
Yes, but not every, that's not going to be the situation for the average person.
No, just to sort of advocate for my own kind of responsibleness. There was some previous thought that went into it.
She's very irresponsible when it comes to cute creatures.
Yeah, that's because I want them all.
And we can't blame her for that.
No, because they're real cute. And sometimes they need homes. And I got space. I got little dogs. They don't take up a lot of space.
Well, they kind of do.
Well, when you add them all up. But like by themselves. Elton's 3.5 pounds. It fits in your hand.
I'm a potato.
He is a potato. I'm going to try and find him a baked potato costume for Halloween.
I think you should.
I'm going to.
You really should.
This is going to be great.
So also we have plans for the next year's worth of episodes. Yeah. So that's 12-ish episodes.
Sounds responsible to me.
So some of the things that we're going to talk about in this new season of the Blep Show, we're going to talk about dog food in particular, pet food. We're going to talk about a bunch of other things.
We've got the vets are coming back. We love our vets. We've got Dr. Leah Button, spoilers, who's going to be joining us for an Ask the Vet. What else we got? Did I forget?
Dom's coming back.
Oh yeah,
to talk about some things.
We don't know what yet. Neither does she, but we know she's coming back.
We asked her, and she said yes.
That's irresponsible. She didn't even ask what we were going to make her talk about.
She did not.
Too late to say no. You already said yes.
We're gonna hopefully touch on some harder topics like pet grief and what the grieving process looks like for some people, and what resources are out there. We are probably hoping to speak to an artist of some kind that does commissions and pet portraits and what that looks like. You're definitely going to hear stories from Dayna and I about our lives and things that have come up in our lives. We're probably going to talk about our organizations that we volunteer with, although we will try really hard to keep it to the minimum.
Really?
Well, we both know it's our passion project, so probably less to the minimum.
We will make an effort.
Yes, we will. We're hoping to have an episode on service dogs and what makes a service dog and what businesses and individuals are legally able to ask to determine if a service dog is a service dog, and the difference between a service dog and an emotional support dog
and
a therapy dog and people that try to fake service dogs.
Remember that service emu that got kicked off a flight? Or was it a peacock? Might have been a peacock.
I don't remember that, but I also don't really remember anything in the pandemic. It's a dark time for me.
Emotionally, we just block it out. It didn't even happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited for?
What?
Red flag, green flag.
Oh, yes.
So, I have been excited to do this. For those of you, I shout out to the red flag, green flag guy on TikTok. My whole life, like every day, I check in to see what he's running about and his grunts and like his just like joyous demeanor. But it got me thinking, for those of us that work in the pet industry, whether you're in adoptions, whether you're in training or your behavior or whatever it is, you get those red flag clients. Don't even pretend like you don't. Even sometimes, what is that thread on the what's that thing that you guys all look at? Reddit. I don't know. I don't know how to Reddit. I am not a good millennial. I don't know how to social media.
It's okay. I'll corner the Reddit market for us.
Good, because I wasn't going to. But I will say that like my husband does it, you do it, Tasha does, like everybody does it that I know, are obsessed with those am I the asshole?
AMAs.
Is that what
Oh no, that's Ask Me Anything. You're talking about Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, Am I the Asshole? It's the red flag, right? You like first start reading it and you're like, that's a red flag. So the applications, the questions, the intake forms, all of that, those also have red flags. So if you are listening and you have a red flag client story, please remove their personal information and send it to us. And we are going to, live on a podcast, red flag, green flag it. We're going to do that later when we're real comfortable with this software and we feel confident about what live means. Could be a while. I don't have faith in my ability to figure this out quickly.
Maybe we'll record it. We're not promising live content. We're just saying maybe we can work up to it.
We might. We don't know, because it could be easy. Could be real difficult. If you find our first blooper, you'll notice me telling Ashley how much more harder than I thought it was going to be to do video podcasting. So you never know.
Difficult.
It is not simple.
Very difficult.
And I think I feel weird. Like I'm just sitting here sort of staring at my screen, but in reality, in this particular case, you're right there.
Hi.
And it's weird because I find myself like listening to you, because it's weird, right? When someone's talking to you.
Yeah,
not to look at them.
I'm definitely staring off camera at you. People are going to be like, is
I was
Ashley...
wondering what you were looking at. I was literally going to do this.
I'm looking at you. This is why I said we should look face to face.
Well, then I can't see you over the screen.
Well, that's why I said we should also use laptops. Because,
You know what the problem is with the laptops. And you know what, here, MacBook, you need to get your life together with this. I don't have a real USB.
Yeah, but we have a dock downstairs for...
Oh, you had a plan. I didn't have a plan.
Yeah, I have the things.
I have no things. Well, I do, but they're in my office.
I'm
14 hours away.
I've worked out of my basement for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, I don't have any of that here. I mean, I've always worked from home, so there's that.
Well, it's not like you thought you were going to do this on vacation.
I didn't. Fun fact, we just decided,
This was a spontaneous decision.
Yeah.
Although, we have been talking about reviving the BLEP for quite some time, but it was in very abstract ways, and there was never a set kind of plan for it. But we decided... I think
we talked about it when I was down last year, too. But it was just who has the time. And
we very much did not have the time. You were very busy with your businesses. I was working in a busy law firm. There was no extra time for anything. Yeah.
And I think the things all just fell into place now for us to bring this back. Yeah. I think. And I'm excited. So while we have a bunch of plans for episodes, none of those are written in stone. So if you guys have ideas, things you want to hear, topics you want us to cover,
people you want us to talk to.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Guests. We love guests. Hit us up. You can email us, hello@theblep.show. I had to think about that for a second.
You can find us on the Instagrams at the Blep Show.
Mm-hmm. And
our Facebook page.
And the Facebooks. If you DM us on TikTok, Ashley will answer you. I still have not yet figured out how to do that.
I'm responsible for TikTok DMs?
Well, you're the one that was like, how come you didn't watch my messages? And I was like, what messages? And then it turned out there was like a whole section of this TikTok app that I didn't know existed.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you've been ignoring all my TikTok suggestions.
It was, yeah. I had no idea that you were sending them to me. Yeah. But yeah, look, there we are. The TikTok. There's two.
More to come.
They're both hilarious. Highly recommend. Also,
yes.
Please don't make fun of my TikTok because I also don't know how to do that.
It's a learning curve for both of us, and we're very excited.
Yeah. Even in the store, shout out to Ebony, who's my teenager who works for the store part-time, and I usually get her to make the TikToks because she's real good at it, and it takes me 3 hours.
We're going to figure it out because we are smart, intelligent, independent women.
Yeah, we are.
With a podcast.
And we all know Richard's not going to help us with the TikToks.
Not this time around because we said, no, you don't have the TikTok. What do you know?
Yeah. No boys allowed. It's a girls only podcast.
Unless you have 4 paws.
True. Or maybe you're a veterinarian or a special guest.
Because that didn't sound weird at all.
Yep. We're going to circle back to the no boys policy, I think.
Also, we'd like to remind you that this is unedited and raw, so what you get is what you get.
We aren't doing take-backs. There's no take-backs.
No takes backsies.
That's also partly because we haven't figured out how to edit this yet. Couldn't take it out even if I wanted to. It's not happening.
Good God.
We are doomed. You guys are going to have a ball, but we are doomed.
We are not doomed. It's going to be wonderful.
I also want to put it out there that if there's subjects that we've done in previous episodes before you could see us on camera, that you would like to see us do again, or you want us to do a more in-depth dive into some of those subjects, hit us up with those too. Because I was going back over some of the content, and you know what? We did a lot of really high-level stuff.
Broad overviews.
Yeah. And so if you guys want to hear more about that kind of thing, but in depth, especially as we go into some of the more complex things like nutrition that we're going to be covering at some point, let us know. We'll do them again. We'll do them deeper and in more detail and,
and with updated information because a lot of things have changed. There's lots of new research happening.
Things move very quickly.
So listen to the old episodes, but also listen to them with a little bit of a grain of salt, knowing that some of that information has likely changed with new research that has come out.
For example, we're not in a pandemic anymore.
We're still in a pandemic.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Pandemic now?
I want the excuse to stay home and not do anything.
So my thing is, I got really sick last Christmas. Of course it was Christmas because I was hosting back-to-back turkey dinners. I got really sick. And I have not had COVID. I didn't have COVID ever. Like through the whole pandemic, I'd never had COVID. And of course I'm getting COVID right now. I don't know. It might not have been COVID. I didn't test because at this point, it doesn't matter.
Just assume.
Yeah, just assume it's COVID. Anyways. And I've had like 9 vaccines. So it's fine. It's not been 9, but it was a large amount. So I got really sick and I said, that's it. We are bringing back masks. But nobody joined me. So it did not work. But I miss masks for that reason because I was not sick for like 3 solid years.
You can still wear a mask.
Yeah, but if Richard doesn't wear the mask, then there's no point.
I mean, it might be different in Ontario, but you could wear a mask here and then avoid the people that you know.
But I live with Richard.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when you go out without Richard.
True. Richard doesn't really leave the house. He's a software engineer. They don't leave the house. He works from home. He games from home. Honestly, we're lucky we got him here. I'm just saying. It's true.
Poor Richard.
It's not just Richard. It's the tech world. There's reasons why IT is usually in a basement. They're not people.
I'm not people.
Yeah, but you chose, well, now potatoes. I was going to say dogs.
Yeah, dogs were good to me. Potatoes are being good to me too.
I do love potatoes in pretty much all forms.
There's a lot you can do with potatoes. They're versatile.
It's true.
Maybe we'll do a potato episode.
So true. I mean, we're definitely going to talk about potatoes when we talk about nutrition.
Yes, we are. 100%.
It will come up. But yeah, that's it. I think. Do we think, what are we missing out of our hello, we're back, we missed you?
I think we hit on everything we wanted to hit on.
We did it. Short, to the point. Promise the rest will be longer.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Remember, we're just going to talk. These episodes are only going to be as long as we think they're going to be. Mm-hmm. Last time around, we were aiming for a certain amount of timed content. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes we talked circles, we went off on tangents because we needed to fill the void. This time around, I'm not saying we're not going to do that, but we're hoping that they'll only be as long as they need to be. So sometimes they might be half an hour, sometimes they might be an hour, sometimes they might be longer, sometimes they might be two-parters.
True.
We're not sure what it looks like. It is new and exciting to us. And we hope you're along for the ride and that you're going to stick around. And if you have suggestions, send them to us and we'll do what we can do.
I can all but promise tangents are still going to be here. We are tangent people. And I got a story to go with just about everything. So tangents, promised.
It's like that saying, there's a song for everything.
There is a song for everything. You and I spent the last week and a half breaking out the song with weird things.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We did. So might do it on the podcast. You don't know. It's a surprise.
Not sorry about it.
Nope. Gonna do it. Might it be in key? Don't know.
Probably knowing the both
Depends
of us.
on the song. Oh, we should do it with Dawn on the podcast. Oh, cut this out so she doesn't hear.
No, we don't know how to edit anything.
This is why we're doing. We're giving away trade secrets already.
No, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fine.
All right.
Anyways, find us online. We love you. Bye.
Bye.